Hello, it's your boy. Tasty cake. See, I want to make sure I am. There we go. Okay, here we are. Saying goodbye at the station. Summer vacation has taken you away. Okay, I just got eh, Kenny commented. Hey, buddy. Okay. Comment on the post, but okay. So, as far as I know, the hey, buddy. Kenny. Kenzo Creations shall be joining me on. Uh, I took a nap. Well, I was half napping. I was half asleep. I heard voices. Heard them calling my name. Let's see. Gadgets at New York Comic Con 6 hours ago. I just want to see if any messages I get here. Kenzo Creations shall join me and the timescales. And I'm not sure about someone else I messaged, and they saw the message about being on Spill the Geek Tea when I do my filming the episode for Monday night tomorrow. She has yet to reply. Nothing I can do about that. I'm going to see if the Candyman will join in. Gadget's hard to say. Let me see here. Just double check. Yes, please. Exclamation points. No worries. I understand. This Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern? Yes. I say, please. So she has replied. Kenny sent me a voice message. Jay sent me a voice message. Okay, I gotta listen to Jay. I get to listen to Joe say. Jay would say. What did Jay say? Par for the course. Yeah. Mega J Retro is backing me up. So tomorrow will be Jay. Worry about my own show. Yeah. Because Jay has a what? Jay, easy. We'll talk to him tomorrow. He's Mega J Retro's a good guy. So with Kenny coming on and Katie, I give a heart to that. Thank you, Jay. I gave a whole thing. Katie Haynes, who does the 13th Doctor cosplay. She's big on TikTok and Instagram. She's going to join in. So it's me, Kenny, Katie, Greg, talking with Jay. See if the Candyman's going to join in. See if Gadget, oh my, see if Gadget will be there. We're going to talk about conventions. So, oh, good. I'm happy. Basically, what can I say here? Because I just, this whole thing was just so disgruntled to me. Just freaking me out. I'll talk to you later, Gadget. it was a situation behind the scenes as I'm showrunner of Spill the Geek Tea. I was asked about someone because do I know how well do I know this person, right? And I said, well, pretty well because everything's all good and positive. For the other show, when I created my show here, I was on the coattails of the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. I said my show is a spin-off. It's a sister show. Originally it wasn't. It was just, and if I actually had the two things put together, and it's called it Taste Tea Cake. Oh, it's a very interesting since Jay and I have been to various conventions and just a gathering of craziness. And if Gadget's talking about it, she mentioned on her Twitch, what is this, Instagram, that you can tell who are New Yorkers and who are visitors. Oh boy, Jay's got San Diego Comic-Con, which he went to, talked about, and I have the FX shows. It was a toy show, disappeared. MegaCon was next. Dragon Comics, I can always get in for free. I have that status. Just had to park in the parking garage. And I did the last one in January. I went to one in Lakeland. Oh boy, that was my return to a convention. I was not, but we'll talk about it. But it was asked me about do I know this person? I said I trust this person very well, and so forth, because there was going to be a guest, right? And this guest has a super ego, not just the ego, but super ego, super kind of thing. I was going to put this on a podcast, but I can't do the chin flip, kind of thing, one of those types. And I was asked, was called and messaged and even texted and messaged about it. I was like, flipping my brain about what can we do? Because because this guy says, well, if this person is going to be on that show, then I don't want to be on your show, kind of thing. Like, what the deuce? Because they butt heads in the past, right? Like, talk about holding a grudge, especially when I'm a spin-off show, I'm the sister show, and I went through everything I think of. Like, I created the show, which was originally Tasty Talk. If I spelled it Taste Tea Talk, as I should have, it would be just my own show. Technically, I can still do that. Technically, I have the free StreamYard, and it says you can you have 20 hours a month to do your thing, basically live, but you only have 2 hours of recording a month. So it's me considering, okay, I'm going to keep the interviews very short, say, just to bring in people, and then do the cultural differences between me and the Candyman. And I kept postponing because that's where my brain is, like cleaning. So technically, I still have the free one. Technically, I could literally bring in Taste Tea Talk into this page, as I do. Share Spill the Geek Tea is on here. It's on the original page for Spill the Geek Tea, which I put on the same account. That was my fault. I have it on a brand new account, so anyone of the team of 4 major original players can access it and do the thing. If I'm not around, just go on YouTube and do. I put it on my Twitch page, which surprised I had 2 people watching. That was amazing. I don't put on X because my X account is locked, and only the 80-something people that I don't even know can watch it. I might do that anyway. And my personal page on Facebook. But if I really wanted to, I could have the free one going on this page. Call it Tasty Talk. And do stuff, if something ever came about poorly. So there's always a way around things. Even if it's just 2 hours of recording a month, that's 4 half-hour shows. That's easy. Something can be done, or just 2 hours worth of very short interviews. But with the accumulation and the ideas of Spill the Geek Tea and his own account and even phone number, which is a New Jersey phone number, I need to get one of those. I don't really want to do it, but if it came about, and it'd be really cool if it did, thousands of subscribers, I get a flip phone, get a prepaid phone. And it says Consumer Cellular for 2 phones at 2 phones, $30 each, $60 a month. That's a deal. I just have one as for the TARDIS number. Yeah, TARDIS. I got it. I'm that good. And one to put on the one phone from Kenny, just to have as my little diggery-doo. So it's that there. I just need money. I bought one of those $5 lottery tickets, which I bought one yesterday, and I won $15. Oh, cool! Wow, that's so close. I said, let me buy one more. Nothing. So I lost $5. Got $10 out of it, so I was happy with that. But it's like maybe I can get something, and of course not. That's the way it is. So I do have the ideas of Singular Wireless, or the one through another place. So there's always deals for me on the outskirts of doing things. Would I ever activate do something on the free StreamYard for just this page, a talk show thing? Yeah, it's possible, but I don't know how to think about it. Tasty Talk, which I should have done in the first place. Go back to the microphone thing, which I have here. I did the whole that was the original concept, Tasty Talk, and I messed up. I should have put Tasty Talk. Just use my name and go talk. Tasty Cake, Tasty Talk. So that's it's still there. Still there to play with. Never wanted to. But through here, maybe it's after a year and all the playlists I created, because it's YouTube said, oh, you have the option of doing podcast. And cool. And I just check off the button for podcast, and then for another year, I just didn't know where it was going. I didn't think about it. Oh, it's on YouTube Music. On YouTube Music, you can hear Tasty Cake talk about various things. When I did, 1 year I did, it was actually last year, because according to Facebook it was last year, or maybe it was 2 years. I don't know. I did the monologues. I did a monologue or read a poem for every day of Halloween, 31 days of Halloween. And I also did All Hallows Day and All Saints Day. And I eventually copied them onto the I'm Doing a Podcast playlist. So I have around 50 shows on YouTube Music under Tasty Cake. And sometimes I can do it here. I just, a lot of visual things I never know about. So I can click on it. I just never remember stuff. So no matter what, even though the original page for Share the Geek Tea is part of this account, and I still post the videos on both here with my 175 subscribers, there with my 10 subscribers, excuse me, which me being one of them. I could do Tasty talk show on here, but that's almost, but it's not redundant because again, 2 hours to talk to anyone for video, for audio only, for video and audio, you know, it's there. The option is there. It's my backup, or if something occurs. I did learn a couple things. And I asked Jay, because someone, I won't tell her name, still mad at me, of course, because I'm wrong, but wanted us to join SAG-AFTRA because, you know, health insurance. She would need health insurance, and since there's no connection, it's not gonna. And I mentioned it to Jay, and I mentioned it to someone else, and Jay's like, you know, this and that. Yeah, it's true. And the other person said, well, if you remember situation, any person part of when the strike happened, there were people part of SAG-AFTRA, and they could not participate in anything. It's like, oh yeah, it took me a few hours to remember that. Oh yeah, it did happen. So by putting the hours in and saying, well, I'm being qualified to be part of the union. If the union ever goes on strike, you won't see my show because I'm part of the union. I'm paying the dues. They go on strike, I have to be on strike. I cannot promote anything. I cannot do anything. That overtakes my page. So understandable. That's a no. The situation about the person with the super ego, you know, doesn't like the fact that, you know, this person is here, but the super ego is supposed to go there. They're supposed to go there, you know. So, you know, we're over here, and they're supposed to go there, but say, well, I don't like this person, so, you know, if that person is still around, I'm not going here. That's like saying you don't like Laverne and Shirley, so you don't watch Happy Days. I know it's old. You don't like, the person doesn't like Yoda, so is not going to watch Star Wars. Or go further, they don't like Ahsoka, so they're not going to watch the original Star Wars movie, kind of thing. You know, it's like we're slightly connected, because I use the crew. I want to hang in on the coattails and everything. But just because you have disputes with my co-host, my permanent guest host, does not. I had a couple big words. I said them, and I think I was right with it. It's not subjugate that you have the super ego of not wanting to be on that show. I even had another concept, like, you know, what about this, and this, and like, don't worry about it. Like, but I don't want to, you know, upset the apple cart. You know, I don't want to pull out the bottom piece and go Jenga. You know, pull the cork out of the wall and watch the water flood through. You know, I'm just starting this thing. You know, I'm just, you know, okay. So what else? And I was like, I honestly said, what do I do this? Go and choke. It'd be like good analogy. Knots Landing Knots Landing was the spin-off of Dallas. So everything goes through. When Who Shot JR episode happened, finding out the death of Bobby Ewing, that happened. The year went by and ratings went down. So what they do, they end up turning into the fact Pam had a dream that Bobby was killed, but then they brought back Patrick Ewing. So they took back that year of low ratings, bring him back, saying, "Oh, it never happened. It was all a dream." Knots Landing didn't do that. Knots Landing continued on with what they're doing. They didn't care. They were already separated themselves from Dallas. Once the spinoff is taken care of, the Jeffersons from All in the Family, Fish from Barney Miller, the Ropers from Three's Company, stuff like that. Anything being newer. So old stuff, the spin-off of this, spin-off of that. Maude came from Different Strokes. Facts of Life came from Different Strokes. And you'll see the beginning parts there. That kind of thing. Those are the analogies. Where my show is its own identity just because I have 3 people, maybe 4, maybe 5 of the crew from the other show. I'm still my own thing, and at most times we'll only have like 3 people because I still haven't told the others yet. My board back there, I want to change the board around. I'm not sure how far down it's going to go because, the poster's there and that's a cover there and that's another piece there. But that top piece, I want to figure it out. Up there is one piece of cardboard covering the mess. And there is the box. Where I have that is the box just combined together, right? So I wanted to have a poster. I still can do that. It was, a picture of Candyman, picture of Gadget, Legend of Shining TARDIS, and the me, Tasty Cake. All in cup and saucers. I was created by Gadget. Then Mark created the salsa. I want to have, if maybe just a big old poster board or something. I just, cover it all up if I have to do that. It kind of changes my purposes here, but if it gives them more of a board, all this would disappear because I'm making a whole, attaching the poster on top of this. So everything here is different. I would take out my characters there, pictures of me. And we'll see. I like to play the idea is taking down the pictures and stickers and creating a bigger picture, a poster with the teapot like close to the middle. On the bottom would be like on the bottom there would have the 4 teacups of Gadget, Legend of Shining TARDIS, me, and the Candyman with the teapot in the middle, and then surrounding it like steam, all the other characters that I bring onto the show, which would mean, Kenzo Creations, the Timescales, my brother Richard Van Dark, that's his title. Everyone else had to be moved. That's the thing. If I do half of it, everyone's gonna be very tiny. But if I do it bigger, then again, everyone big pictures. So between Gadget, trying to bring in Dave, Mark, bring in my brother since he said he would go on the show, Timescales, Kenny, and then the rest. So it's still a work in progress. The thoughts in my head. But if I leave it be, leave the original picture that Adam of Radical Toys made, I remove the sticker Legend of Traveling TARDIS. I make Radical Toys smaller, put it above there. I put something else there. I fill in the spots there, probably a Ness head there, because he's the one that drew me as a character of Unit. Remove Kenny's stickers, put something else, something. And then on that there, it'll be smaller, but everyone have the pictures. With the... So we'll see. It's just paper. It's just paper being displayed, and I just want to show off, the people on the show that are part of the show, part of the show. So Kenny's part of the show. Christian is when he can. It's his StreamYard. I'm paying for it. We have like 36 hours out of 50 hours on the thing already, and I just have like nothing. Mine's those point something. So keep saying that other dude as you're letting him have all these episodes coming up. It's like he's taking up space. I'm just telling you. If I won the lottery, of course, get me on StreamYard. Or better yet, if I won the lottery, I would put us on the extremely expensive StreamYard system. And well, then again, why won't I do that? Why won't I do that? I would just get my own StreamYard. We'll see. It's money. Who needs money? I do. We'll figure it out. So if I do half a board, I can move people there. I could put Corey's symbol on there and place Legend Traveling TARDIS because he mentions me on his show. Put Radical Toys above me because he's the one that created the Tasty Cake image of me. So that would work. Ness head above the Unit picture he made of me. Character Unit. Put Barbarossa Customs on the side because he's the one to get the parts from. And that would work out. So then everyone else would be... Extra for Show had to be moved. Mackenzie Floor would be moved down below. Leaving Dave because Dave is a producer and he could work on the show. Gadget. Moved Temperamental because still Lisa won't let me be on her show. Kitchen Killers because I'm sure if I ask Billy nicely, he'll do that. Katie, get a little picture from her. Phantasmagoria, the leader of the pack, Lord Byron. He knows he'll be on the show. It's the timing when he can get to it. Eerie Travels, Mark Muncie, he knows he's part of the show because he can. When we're panelists on Legend of Traveling TARDIS, we have our own things. We mention things. Still, it's Doctor Show, but we're Doctor Who people. But here's like, I'm dragging people out. I'm dragging Mark into it. Once he's feeling better, he'll be on the show. So I just see. So Dave, Gadget, the pot to be bigger, Kitchen Killers, Candyman, my brother, Timescales, Greg, Kenny, Katie, Mark. So everyone that's not up there, they'd be like in the steam. The pot with the below it have the 4 cups and saucers, which have our pictures on it already. And everyone else is just in the steam. So these are the guest hosts, the permanent guest hosts that are in here. And it would be small enough that say, that's kind of tiny, but I'm trying to fit as much as I can on that little tiny space here without changing this around. But then again, like I said, I could change it completely. I could make the whole thing big poster, so there's more room there. It's only cardboard. It's only a poster. I don't know if I'm ever going to get the poster on the side there. I do have the mini poster right there on the side. No, right there. You kind of see it. It says Von Bolton, the Adversaries, and they're at the Triple Down at the Punk Rock Museum. Can you see from it? Can I get the angle right? Hey, you kind of see it more. It's yeah, that's it. I stuck it on the box. But again, everything has to be changed. Everything has to be moved. Nothing is permanent. I'm glad I got these 2 shelves from Walmart because this sucker's full. That is a mustache. I had one of those pizzas, like a calzone thing. Bulkier, not buttery garlicky tasting Hot Pockets. That these things cost like $5 each, but on the box had a mustache, and I kind of bent one of them because it's in my pocket. But it's pretty good. Just a 7.5 out of 10, as my assistant manager did. So, excuse me. I have my ideas. Nothing's permanent. Little poster. You can see there too. I wish to get the big poster, but then again, if I ever get to Vegas and sing, boss is there. Like I said, I wouldn't move it. But is there a room? Because you can't really see it. Because they're like, well, it's a different box. That's a box. That's a box. That's crap behind it. It just covers it. Look at my wrist. It's broken. Could have put it there. Could have put just a big old poster right there. Things have to be changed. I still have the TARDIS there. I still have the teapot there. Is there room there? Well, that's my land that I own in Scotland. The envelope that says I own 2 square feet of land in Scotland with a tree, probably in a haunted forest because it's Scotland. That's the gimmick. Is I can put it away. But I'm thinking the award, my YouTube award, would go there because I can move the picture over there. I can move the picture over there and have the award there. I just kept it because that was the last time we were on Splash Mountain. And we oh! So that was fun. And then the 2 of us back in 96 and back in a few years ago when I tried to redo our filming parts. And we were in location, neither of us were. I was in a different outfit. He was just there wearing his hat and sunglasses. Probably a different hat too. Just the 2 of us. When I have to really focus on cleaning this up, I really need to make changes. It was just the complete, utter frustration, concentration, desecration of the world. Everything trying to plot and plan. Then I at work, I just said, you know what? How about we do this? How about I just take myself out of the picture from here, not here, there, and separate myself, So you can have the super ego come in and do his thing, And it's like, no, I didn't want to do that. It's my 3-episode show that I'm on the coattails of saying a spinoff, and he says it's a spinoff, so he's proud that and very happy that I made Spill the Geek Tea, which was titled by Gadget, because if I thought it right again, I can still do it. Tasty talk on this page, just to have it, just to do it. Record up to 2 hours. Record 2 hours a month to have for some unknown reason, just to do some interviews. Like, okay, because the new title is U.S. UK U.S. UK cultural differences from A to Z. That's I thought of a cool title, but ultimately it may just be U.S. UK, just to keep it simple. U.S. UK cultural differences doesn't have to go A to Z. I just had that whole play on words, and we had to count every single letter of the alphabet, and then we start again next season. And we bring someone in and we talk about it. Still there, that's still a thing, but they just dropped the A to Z. Like my college algebra teacher, I had a B in that class. That was college algebra. And this is still in my little, I had a B in it. I had a C in algebra, a D in algebra 2, which is like, why the hell they still make algebra 2? C or D? I don't know. Maybe I had a C. I had a C because if it was a D, they would not let you proceed onward. So I had a C in college in algebra 2. I had a D in statistics. I didn't do well because I can't understand this stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me. Or in this order. Or the demons. Most likely the demons. Still got to see a psychic, but it'll be next January. I don't know if I mentioned that one. I don't know if I did Wednesday. I called I was told to go see a psychic. Came down to 2 because it wouldn't close years ago. I did the whole put the coin on a string and everything, do the whole string thing. And I kept pointing to one of them. I can't remember which one. Honestly, I can't remember which one. Because you do a pendulum and a swing, and then you're supposed to let it do its thing, and they didn't really work for me. So I said, let me call the one that's furthest away, because I thought it would be a better location. Straight to voicemail. I went on Bing and I did the search, and I focused in on a sign on her front yard. Straight to voicemail. I called the number that was on the internet. She didn't know. I remember saying this now. Yeah. She said, "Are you a returning client?" I said, "No." So what kind of psychic would ask me a question like that? And I'm not taking any new clients until next month. Okay, thank you. So I just didn't find that trustworthy. I'd rather go back. Kenny said that too. It was a. Can't remember what he said now, but can you remember what you said? But when I go back to Orlando in January, I know where it is. Go from where my friend lives, past where I used to live for over a decade, get to the light, turn left, just go to the next light, and see this light, turn left, and to the next light. Over on the other side, it's trying to get to the other side of the road. Yeah, just turn around. You turn or something, or turn to side road, come back around, find out the proper parking. It's always been on the corner. Technically on the corner. When I go back down there, it's on the left side corner across the street from the newer 7-Eleven. Newer meaning the one down the road was torn down a couple of years ago because it was just the old walk-in 7-Eleven. Used to have, no, it didn't even have doors, because back in the day, 7-Eleven was open from 7 to 11. Then it became 24 hours. Didn't have any doors. It had sliding doors just to close in case of bad weather. Then they eventually added real doors to it. I know, it was weird. And they finally said, we don't need a 7-Eleven here, because we got one into downtown Orlando, which, that's not very good. It was all fancy schmancy, we got the other way. They had to make it nice because Park Avenue, so they had to follow the rules and restrictions of well, how does it look like this? And the other one, like you can see the desecration of where OBT splits off down on OBT, where you get it for a fee, satisfaction guaranteed. You get what you need, kind of thing, Where Parliament House is like, once you get to the across railroad tracks, you get to Parliament House, and that's where they do that thing. That's where my late director was a character. You go the other way, you get to Fairville Megastore. Yeah, they stopped selling movies quite a while ago. It's all like stuff you can go to Spencer's now and get. Before Spencer's ever did that stuff. You know what I mean. And you do because everyone on here is over 18, supposedly. So just turn there, go up there and say, I need a psychic reading. I need a tarot card reading. I will use the phone from Kenny, take the pictures of tarot cards. I will then go back to my friend's house, log into the Wi-Fi, send it to Gadget, and see if the fortune teller told me the truth. Because I'm not calling on dead files because there's no real place to look around here. Too much stuff, I tell you that. So it's been just the past couple days of mind-altering things. I told my other co-host about everything, but and even as Jay said, stand your ground. It's your show. And I chose my co-host, my permanent guest host. I chose everyone. I'm the one that chose everyone on this team. And the ones like I know that they're on like B. There's 3 teams. For a squad, 3 squads, 3 squads of 4. So the first squad, one of them is barely available, but he's the reason why I have this. Second squad's like, okay, I get them in here, and the third squad, if they're available. So it's there. I have set 12 people to be on my league. I'm still trying to think of a name, a nickname for the squad, because so far, there's 4 of us on Facebook. One of them is by email. 2 of them, I can email Jay. Well, what am I thinking here? I message Kenny and Jay on Instagram, but I can still message you guys on Facebook. It's Katie I had to message on Instagram. Lord Byron and Billy I can contact on Facebook, and so can I do it Dave and my brother Richard. So it's more of an individual thing. It's guest host. Here we're doing this thing. Here's a link. I gotta send you guys a link. Kenny, I gotta send you the link to StreamYard. Send it to Jay as well. Got to do it through the computer because they said so. And send it to Katie too. I can send it to Katie on Instagram. Send you two on Instagram and on Facebook, because the show, again, I racked my brain all day because I really had much to do today. Even if I did, I can still this was most important. This show was really important to everyone. I want everyone to be happy. I create this. People want to jump in, like, cool. If it failed, well, I got free StreamYard. Well, it's not going to fail because everyone's supporting me on this. If something occurred, well, I can just change the name to something else. I can do the free StreamYard on my page here. But then again, I still have the main StreamYard with a new name and just put it on my page here. There's options for everything. That's no big deal. Almost everything is free. So since I'm paying for this thing, I'm going to make sure I'm using it. I don't know why they had the headset around my neck, because I'm sweating. I used it one time to check the voice level on YouTube, and I don't know. It's going to be cool. Tomorrow we'll be filming. I haven't been filming in years. Tomorrow we'll be recording the episode, and it's going to be cool. I'm going to make sure I have the bulging pictures. Boom. I don't think we can do a bunch of circles. Probably shrink the circles. We'll see. I'll play with the background, like between rectangles, which we do on Legend of Traveling TARDIS. The circles, because like a couple of us, 3 of us on the last show, is pretty cool. And squares. No triangles. That's been interesting. We're all in a bunch of pyramids. Oh. I like the concept, and I also have episode 4 in my mind. So a 4th episode, the week of Halloween. So that's going to work too. So we can have up to 9 people, and I'm not going to have 9 people at the time yet. I still haven't contacted the others yet about saying, oh, yeah, you're on the show. One, I told him it'll be gracious to be on. The other one suspects, most likely, but they're both busy. And not sure if Dave's available. And Christian might not be available either. So that's 4 off. That's 8 people right there. We still have 8 people for me to choose here. And any other guests, like if Jay wants to pop in, say, yeah, cool. Then we'll bring him in. My brother. Let's see. Mark Muncie. Not sure because he's still under the weather, but we'll bring him for Eerie Travels, to have the man talk about Eerie Travels and Halloween. I'm going to contact him. I just got to go through the list again and say, who do I have again? Why did I write? Oh, that's for a whole nother thing altogether. Humana, baby. I got so much papers lying on my desk. That's crazy. Is it this one? No. This is about sub channels for the others. This was my notes thing. Where do I have my list of peoples? Intro. Oh, this is my paper I said for just write down everything off the top of my head. Okay, let's get the film. Let's get this started thing. Passwords. Okay. That's a whole nother thing there. So somewhere on my desk here, under Graniton, I'm supposed to look for something called Graniton, and I need to find anyway, somewhere in this pile of crap. Okay. This is a baggie? Okay. Somewhere in the pile of paperwork, I have everyone who would be on the show, besides running through my head, all these things, and I cannot figure out where it is. That is so wild. It's just piles of paper here. I had the idea of an eggnog Oreo. I'm not sure that could happen. A search for the truth. That's no note there. Wow. I don't know. It's right here. I have, let's see. And I can also check my message that I posted. I have 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How did I get 12 people then? Gadget, Mark, Christian, me, that's 1. Billy, John, Dave, Katie, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10? Oh, I don't put myself in there. That makes sense. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and Kenny. Okay, 12. If Jay ever wanted to pop in, I can say all 13. So I have a dozen people that planned to be on the show. Got to throw in my moderator, always backing me up. How's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Add me, add Kenny. That's 12. I still looking at it wrong. And I had such a good date. I had a pen just drop on me. It was a Papermate profile ball. I got too many pens. I got to stop taking pens from work. But they're free. Okay, me, Kenzo, Creations. That makes us 12.